Thanks, everybody. Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Ricky Camilleri, and our guest right now, sitting right next to me, is one of the great characters on the new reboot on Hulu of High Fidelity. Everybody, please put your hands together for Thomas Doherty. Let's hear it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. First and foremost, the character that you play on High Fidelity was kind of sort of originally portrayed by Lisa Bonet, Zoë Kravitz's mother, in the movie High Fidelity. So what was it like doing those scenes with her when the original character was played by her mom?
Have you guys seen it? Oh, speaking to this, have you guys seen it? They've not seen it, have
I don't think they've seen it.
Okay,
the original movie? Has anyone seen the original movie?
You've seen the original movie.
Wow,
High
okay.
Fidelity is Lisa Bonet plays. I play the equivalent, so they've like gender swapped it, and so I play Lisa Bonet's character, but her daughter plays John Cusack's character, and I have intimate scenes with Zoë Kravitz, but I'm playing her mum's character, so it's all quite weird. And I think I mentioned it once on set, and it got quite weird.
You mentioned it, and so it's like, I don't want to talk about that.
I did. I tried to like make her laugh, but it didn't go down very well. But yeah, no, it was interesting. But obviously, you can't compare it to someone like Lisa Bonet. So.
No, you cannot.
I cannot. I don't think anyone can.
Talk about getting this part and who this character is.
Yeah, I mean, I was living in New York for a couple of months, and I auditioned for it. And I remember I kept getting callbacks, and I went in the room, and I didn't actually know who Zoë was, so she was in the room, and like I was introducing myself to everyone, and she was obviously there, and she liked me for the character, but Liam is a rising artist. He wants to be a musician, and he is one of Rob's former lovers.
Current lovers.
Current lovers,
right?
should I say.
He's
Sorry.
a current lover,
I'm a
yeah.
current lover, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys will have to watch it and see the kind of, what would you call it, a twist?
Well, there's not, what I like about him is that he's not, I think in the hands of other writers, he would be portrayed as a bad guy, as a playboy, simply as a Lothario and playing games with women, but he's actually just a kid and doesn't really know what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say if he was that. I think he's quite young and naive and just quite excited and all the rest.
He means what he's saying.
Yeah, totally.
He may not follow through on it
what he is
later.
saying. Yeah. No.
In the moment, he means it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a really, really amazing series. I think the gender reversal is really amazing. I think it definitely kind of highlights this whole kind of medieval patriarchal way of looking at the way that men should behave in men are allowed to behave in relationships, and how women should behave in relationships, and it kind of takes down those man-made walls and kind of explores that, and
at the same time, I think while doing that, it also giving the role of the heartbroken to Zoë Kravitz as Rob. Like in the original movie, Rob, John Cusack's character, was at fault for a lot of what happened in the main relationship that he's sort of reeling from, and giving that to a female Rob and making her at fault for some of it as well shows how universal breakups are and how universal love is, and these ideas that we have about men and women, while we need to trample them and refigure them out, there are also just aspects that are natural and universal between people.
Totally. And it is am I allowed to swear? No,
Yeah.
I won't swear.
You can curse.
Can I swear? It's bullshit. Like, it's totally, I mean, it is so, it does stem from such a patriarchal place, and it's so like oppressive and suppressive, majorly for females, but also like, we're in 2020 now. It's amazing. People are so much more like fluid and so much more honest about their inherent fluidity, I think. And shows like this definitely address that and kind of highlight it for sure.
The first time we see your character, he is performing Boys to Men, right? Like not an acoustic version, but a solo on the guitar, like soulful. Well, I don't want to say soulful because the original Boyz II Men song is fairly soulful.
Yeah.
But is performing it alone on stage, right?
Yeah. I mean, I got sent, obviously, prior to, like, filming it, you get sent. I mean, I had to learn the guitar for this role. I remember in the audition, they were like, one final question, do you play the guitar? And I was like, yeah.
You did not at
and
all?
I did not, no. And so I had to learn how to do that. But they send you the songs and stuff prior to you going into the studio and recording them. And they sent me Boys to Men. And I was like, are you sure this is right? And they were like, yeah. So I'm just like a wee white boy with a guitar singing a very soulful song.
Did you try it out on anybody before shooting?
In the shower, I did.
Yeah.
I tried it in the shower, and I tried it different ways. I was like, no, I can't do that. It's like Lisa Bonet. You can't be Lisa Bonet. You just got to...
Well, Lisa Bonet in the original movie does Peter Frampton. So the reference like that I really loved is John Cusack walks into the bar and he hears the Peter Frampton song. I don't remember which Peter Frampton song it is. Someone probably knows. And he goes, is that Peter fucking Frampton? And in this, she walks in and goes, is that Boys to fucking Men?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I never even realized that.
Yeah. Was it slightly embarrassing to play Boys to Men like that?
It actually wasn't. When did Boys to Men come out?
The 80s, late 80s, and
So
through,
I wasn't
like, the
even
early
alive.
90s.
I was like, not.
Oh,
It's
cool.
like, it's like an old song.
Great, cool. Yeah, you weren't alive. That's so cool. Yeah, me neither. I'm like 23. It's cool.
So no, I mean, I didn't really have any context of the song. I just obviously listened to it, and I was like, I don't sound like that. But it is.
It's
It's
the
one,
mainstay of middle school dances. I will
was
tell
it?
you
Was
that
it one of
much.
the?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's one of the, it was actually quite fun at being so different that you could make it your own, and obviously with an acoustic version. And yeah, I mean, when you're on the stage and you've like worked hard at like learning how to play the guitar, and you've been in the studio a lot with Zoe and everything, it was actually when you got up there, you were like, I was in it. I was in the moment. I was like, I could be in a boy band. I could.
So
do
are
this.
you lip syncing on stage? Or like you performed that in the
Oh, I was singing.
You were singing on
Oh,
the
I
stage.
was singing. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think they used it, but I was singing.
They were like, yeah, you can sing. Maybe we'll use it.
Yeah. No, they didn't use it.
The scenes that you have in the studio are with Jack Antonoff, you know, superstar producer Jack Antonoff, who's worked with, he was in Fun, and he's just Jack Antonoff himself, and then Taylor Swift and Lorde, and I'm pretty sure like every pop album that comes out that hits #1, he's had something to do with in the last like 3 or 4 years, 5 years. What was it like doing those, working with him or meeting him?
This is so bad. Like, I'm
no idea who he
unless it's like Leonardo DiCaprio or like Brad Pitt or someone like that, Angelina Jolie, then I don't know who they are. Like, I'm so bad with that.
What do you do in your
Like,
spare
but I
What
am-
do you do in your spare time? Like, who do you know?
Like, I am a massive fan of him. Like, I was a huge fan of Fun, and I did know who he was. I just didn't know what he looked like. But in my spare time, who do I know? I watch a lot of TV.
You watch a lot of TV?
Yeah, I watch a lot.
So actors and
I do know them. I just don't remember them. I like recognize them, and I'm really bad with names as well. So I'll go into casting offices sometimes, or like I'll be at like a party, and people will be like speaking to me about these actors, and I'll be like, and like just kind of going by their facial expressions.
do you ever get introduced to an actor that you're like, hey, what's up, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go eat some cheese, excuse me. And someone's like, hey, that was a really famous actor that you just sort of walked away from.
It's not happened yet. I think I'm quite like nice to everyone.
Well, I don't necessarily mean that you're mean, excuse me.
No, I know, but I always try and just, I don't know. I don't think so. I hope not. Spielberg being like, all right, man, I'm just going to go.
You wouldn't recognize Spielberg? You might not, would you?
Maybe not. No, I think I know what Spielberg looks like. I hope he's not watching this. He is watching it.
When you met Jack Antonoff in the studio, were you like, oh, hey, what's up, man? And then like just got back to your business, and
Yeah.
after the shoot was someone like, that guy produced Taylor Swift and Lorde and
Well, we filmed in, I think it was like Jimi Hendrix.
Electric Lady.
Electric
Land
Lady,
Studios,
that's one, yeah. And so we'd filmed all morning, and then it was lunch break, and we went into like another studio, I think, where he was working on loads of music. And then I was like, this is fucking class. Like, oh my God. And then Zoe was like, yeah, it's him. And I was like, oh my God.
So you went in and you were like, wait, that sounds like Lorde.
Yeah.
And that sounds like Taylor's. And she was like, yeah, that's Jack Antonoff. And you went, oh,
It's
I
like-
thought
it's
that was
like-
just Jack.
Yeah, well, it's a kind of like, what the fuck, oh my God moment. And then you see him, you're like, yeah, I know. But you don't know.
After this, do you think there's going to be a singing career for you? Are you going to release an album yourself?
People always ask me that, but I don't know. I don't think so, no.
No.
No, to be honest, I don't actually think I'm like a singer. But no, I've like toyed with the idea before, but I just think I have that like passion for music. We were just saying earlier, like I feel like for me, music's quite personal. It's quite a personal thing. And like being on set with Zoë and like David, who you met earlier, like they're so passionate, and I just don't have that like thing. I just like enjoy it. And I also just love acting, and it's amazing that you have the opportunities to like pretend that you are that for like an afternoon.
Where did the passion for acting come from?
I think I watched Titanic when I was like 11, and I was like, I could do that.
You were like, I want to be king of the world.
King Luke. Cuckoo. Yeah. No, I don't know. I think I was always like quite
Animated?
animated, quite cheeky, like, but not maliciously. Like I always wanted to like have fun and like entertain people, and I think my mum was kind of like, go to acting.
She's like, go do
She's
this.
like, get
in
out
front
of
of
the
somebody
house,
else."
stop annoying me. And then
I
so
can't pay enough attention to you. Go do it for an audience.
And so I think, yeah, I just kind of floated into it, and it was a very gradual. I just loved it. I loved doing it. I didn't really have a label for it. I just really enjoyed it, and yeah, it's kept kind of growing. And you get different like winds of like passions, and it takes you like you want to do this one year, and then this, and you might have like a lull, and like you might be focused on press, and then you're itching to get back to act. So it's like a whole thing. But yeah, I just really enjoy it, and I'd love to do theatre as well. I mean, being in New York, I'd love to do.
Yeah, you said you were in New York when you auditioned for this. Were you doing theater in the city?
No, my girlfriend, she was doing a musical.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, I'll meet some casting directors out here and spend some time in New York, and hopefully get a job, which I did. But no, I'd love to do theatre. I did musical theatre growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I went to college for that. So yeah, I'd love to get back on stage.
We have some questions. One of them is from Twitter, and it's how hard is it to hide your accent for every job you do? How do you prepare yourself for this?
How hard is it to hide? Predominantly I do like.
This is from you in Brazil, by the way. I don't know how you did that. But.
Yeah, they're all my accounts. I just tweet myself. I always go in either to do Scottish or like general American, but I also do like RP or like English, just like general English. So far I've not been. It's not been too challenging.
Is the character in High Fidelity? Is he Scottish in High Fidelity?
He's Scottish.
He's
yeah.
Scottish. Oh,
Yeah,
for some
I'm
reason I thought he
Scottish.
was Irish, but that might have been me just being an idiot with the accent. I thought someone had said in it Irish, but
They might have actually. I hope they didn't.
because the accent
Actually,
is not
no. It
Irish.
was in. I think it was in the Rolling Stones. They were like the Irish guy. I was like, didn't even mention my name. Oh no. But yeah, like I go to like dialect coaches and stuff and like work on it. And obviously being in America, it makes a big difference.
Next question from Twitter is, what has been the most memorable moment in your career?
What's been the most memorable moment? Oh, that's a really hard question. Loads. I mean, like every time you get a job, every time like you work with someone else, every time. Like I met John Hamm the other day. That was quite cool. I was like, wow, John, and I knew who he was.
You knew who he was.
I don't know, like coming to New York and doing press, and like it's such an amazing job, and I really do love it. And there's so many different highlights to it. I don't know if I could pinpoint one.
Next question from someone else right here. Hi.
Hi,
Hi again.
my name's Isis. My question is there going to be another season of The Lodge? And also, you said you like watching TV shows, and I was wondering what are some of your favorite TV shows?
There's not going to be another season. That died a death, I'm afraid.
That's
But there'll be other stuff. There'll be other stuff, so don't worry about that. And favorite seasons. I love Peaky Blinders. I love Breaking Bad as well. I was really into that. I'm trying to think what I'm watching now. Have you guys seen C with Jason Momoa?
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen it yet. But the Apple one, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's so good in it. But it's funny because basically everyone's blind. I hope I don't ruin it. Everyone's blind in this world. And every 10 minutes, I always start laughing because I remember that everyone's blind, and they fight each other and what else? Goop. Have you guys watched Goop?
I've watched some of Goop.
So good.
It's very fun.
So good. The Morning Show. Loads of stuff.
Which was your favorite Goop episode, or what one do you want to do the most out of those?
I love the Wim Hof one. Yeah, the ice.
Oh yeah, I saw something else of him. Another show did a profile of him and athletes doing it, and I would absolutely love to do that. Wouldn't that be incredible?
Unbelievable. He talks about alkaline in your blood and doing jumping into the water and shit. Yeah.
Learning those breathing techniques, and then the one that I saw, he took a group of training athletes ice hiking shirtless. For we're talking for hours upon hours and upon hours.
They just wear shorts and boots. It's wild.
Looked incredible.
Yeah, I do Wim Hof in the mornings.
Really?
Yeah, I do it for 10, 15 minutes.
Just breathing exercises?
Just breathing. It's for 10 minutes. And you get a bit lightheaded and sometimes you pass out. But you wake up and you're like, wow.
Next question from Sue.
How is your transformation from Disney roles to more adult roles?
It actually wasn't too bad for me because I think I said this in an interview recently. Being from Britain, Disney's not a big thing. Disney films are, but Disney Channel isn't a big thing, and so it wasn't fulfilling a dream for me, if you know what I mean. It was almost I had the foresight to see that it was a job and to try and not utilize it, but treat it as a job. And so I think I was quite smart about not being too associated with it, but at the same time, obviously doing the best I could at the job.
You knew it was brief, or at the very least, it was a temporary part of your life.
Definitely, and it was amazing.
It didn't define you.
Exactly, and it was such a blessing. It gives you such an incredible platform and experience as well, and I really, really enjoyed my time. But I also kind of knew what I did want to do, and I did see it as almost like an apprenticeship.
What you did want to do, which was
stuff like this.
Yeah.
And I did Catherine the Great with Helen, just good acting stuff.
Yeah. Well, I love the show, man. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you're fantastic in it, as is everybody else. It premieres this Friday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Valentine's
Friday,
Day.
Valentine's Day.
On Hulu.
On Hulu. Everybody give Thomas Doherty a huge round of applause for being here. Let's hear it.